It's just past 5 o'clock. It's now 10 past 5, and unlike you, I'm not stuck on the train doing a commute all the way home or stuck in traffic. The reason I can finish work now is because I work from home. Working from home can be extremely beneficial and productive for you. But what I've found is if you do work from home, over the years I've picked up some tips and tricks that can help you make sure that you're as productive as possible. Today I'm going over 10 tips that I've learned over the years that help ensure when I'm working from home I'm as productive and as effective as possible. Let's do it. Hello everybody, my name's Adam Murray from Beyond Educated, a channel dedicated to health, productivity and well-being. And as discussed today, we're going to be going over 10 tips on how to improve your productivity when working from home. Tip number 1 is going to bed at a reasonable hour and getting up at a reasonable hour. What I've found is if you're not working at an office, you might be inclined to go to bed a little bit later, which obviously messes a little bit with your sleep pattern, and you might be inclined to get up a little bit later. What I would recommend doing is going to bed at the usual time that you would do if you were going to an office, and making sure that you're at your desk for the time that you would normally start work, and ensuring that you've got a productive routine to follow, and that will keep your day and kickstart your day off to a good start. Tip number 2 is when you get up, I recommend if you're starting work about 9 o'clock, getting up around 7:45, 7:30, get up, get in the shower and get fresh and get ready. Having a shower will kickstart your day, help your brain thinking into your day starting, make you feel nice and fresh, and hopefully give you a good clean run and start to the day. After you've showered, guys, again, it's all about routine. So make sure that dry yourself off, get yourself nice and clean, brush your teeth, get ready to have some breakfast before you start work, but also get changed into some decent clothes. I tend to avoid staying around in my pajamas or even these days tracksuit bottoms or kind of comfy baggy hoodies and tops. I like to get changed into a nice pair of jeans. I don't put shoes on, but I put on a nice t-shirt, whether that's a polo t-shirt or another t-shirt or jumper, depending on what time of the year it is, and ensure that actually I feel like I'm about to sit down and start and do some work effectively. Tip number 4 is make sure you have an effective schedule. So work consistently in periods of time. What I find is an hour and a half, anything more than an hour and a half I should say, working on the computer can be detrimental to your eyes. You can get tired, your eyes can get very dry. So if you've got a project or something that you need to work on that's on a computer, I would suggest working on it for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then take a break, get away from it, go get yourself a drink, maybe 10-15 minutes, and get back to that job afterwards. Try not to work on your computer for longer than, say, 2-3 hours at a time, because what I find is when you're working from home as well, you're not talking to people and you're not getting distracted, so you are continually staring at the screen. So it's really important that when you're doing that, you make sure you take regular breaks. That will help with your productivity and make sure that you're working more effectively. This for me is a big one, and I'm really bad for it, and I've started doing it recently. But number 5 is do not get distracted by your phone. If you want your phone there in terms of listening to music and stuff, which is another point I'll come on to, by all means have it there, but possibly have it in a separate room. I find that having your phone next to you constantly pinging with text messages and notifications from Facebook and everything else can get you distracted. So put your phone on lock, put it on silent, and just put it in another room. If you're working on a project, particularly a big or important project with a deadline, it's good to have your phone away from the desk and go and check it periodically. I guarantee you won't be missing much. 2 hours without your phone here and there won't make much difference to your social life. I guarantee you that. Tip number 6 is turn off your email notifications. One of the biggest things I've found with working from home is you can tend to sit there and be hooked onto your emails. Now check your emails periodically, maybe 2-3 times a day, but make sure that you turn off your little email notification bar at the bottom of your computer. What tends to happen is, particularly if you're working from home and at your desk a lot of the time, they'll be pinging up and you'll get distracted by them. So if you're completing a bid, for example, in my case, and a financial profile, getting distracted from that for just a minute by an email, it can take me 10-15 minutes to get back into it. If you do that a few times throughout the day, you're losing a couple of hours. So turn off those notifications, be strict with yourself about checking your emails, and make sure that when you do check your emails, you clear them all and you clear your inbox, and then you wait until the next replies come and check in later on at say 4 o'clock, and make sure again that you clear all your emails. Hey guys, if you're interested in checking out part 2 to the video to find out the remaining tips and hints on best way of working from home, then subscribe to my channel. The video will be due over the next week or two. If you're also interested in this kind of information and further videos on other helps, tips, tricks and hints on productivity, check out some of my videos over here or over here, I'm not sure, and subscribe and check back soon.